Richard. Thanks for coming back.
All right, Nissa.
Good to see you.
And you too.
What was your week like?
Well, I stayed on my side of the house. She stayed on her side of the house.
Oh, okay. Is that a worsening of the situation then? Or is that status quo for you?
It's getting a little worse.
Okay. All right. So tell me what happened.
Well, I told her I started counseling and that she would probably benefit from going too.
Okay.
And then it turned into an argument. I don't know why.
Uh-huh.
So, and then one word led to another, door slamming, and then,
Okay. So let's break that up for a minute. So how did she react to you being in counseling?
She said, well, if that's what I need.
Okay.
And then,
So she's willing to be somewhat supportive of that.
well, she tried to use that kind of as a segue to say, well, the problem's obviously with you.
I see. So how'd that make you feel?
It made me feel kind of stupid. And especially
Okay.
when I feel she's the one that has the problem. And her problem is causing me all these issues with, well, she's not 100% the problem. I mean, the job and her. I feel like there's so much stress, I have no place to relax. And she was just a little more giving, a little more understanding.
So this is interesting, but to me it sounds like you were upset by the fact that she said it was your fault, but I hear you saying that you think that this is probably mostly her fault. Am I hearing you right?
Yeah, I think it's that culture clash thing. If she was born here, raised here, she'd understand how we do things here, but since, she's importing her experience and her life and her family ways here, it's kind of like like I said, we're having this culture clash in my house. So, with the babysitter we can't afford.
Right, right. So how do you think this feels from her point of view?
She should feel wonderful. She
Really?
doesn't have to work, and
Okay.
she's getting all the bills paid for, and she even has a nanny to help her. So,
But from the culture clash point of view, if you're feeling that, do you think she's feeling that as well?
I haven't noticed that she has any issues.
Okay.
I wish I was her.
Yeah, yeah. That probably would be nice, wouldn't it, if she worked and you were able to stay home with the baby? Now, what is your relationship like with your baby, Joshua, you said?
Yeah, well, he's cute.
Uh-huh.
But he's kind of gassy. I mean, he's always crying, and I try to burp him, and then I'm not doing it right, or I'm hitting him too hard. It's either too soft or too hard. I can't do anything right, so
I see.
I don't know. I love him.
Are you ever able to have him when your wife is not around? That you can kind of find your own way to do things with him?
I try, but typically she hovers over him.
Okay.
I just feel as though there's nothing I can do right, so then I just don't spend as much time with him as I should because I look at him wrong, I guess.
Okay. So what you're telling me is that you have this partner who is coming from a very different perspective than you have. Then you have a child who you haven't been able to kind of develop your own relationship with. In an ideal situation, if you could have everything you want, what would that look like?
Well, I guess two possibilities. It would have been nice if either we waited even a little longer to have a child, or I don't even know if it was necessary for us to have a child at all.
Okay.
And then both of us have our professions, and then at the end of the day come home and enjoy each other's company. Or if we have a child, have a stay-at-home wife, mother, take care of the child in the house, and at least that's one front I wouldn't have to worry about.
Okay, so you're describing either more of an equal partnership, I guess? The first option, where you both continue to work and enjoy each other's company.
Right.
Okay, so that sounds very different than the second option, which seems similar to like what you have right now.
Yes. I feel as a husband and as a father left out.
Okay.
And also I feel the financial strain, which is adding a bigger stress.
So with the baby, since he's here, how could you move towards more of a partnership, like in your first scenario?
I keep working and bringing in the money and stay on my side of the house, and then we can partner, live in that house.
Well, I was imagining when you said, coming home at the end of the day and enjoying each other, that enjoying each other is something sounds like that's missing right now.
I would agree with you there.
So how can you get that across to her, that you like to enjoy her again?
Sometimes I don't feel as though she even sees me. I wonder at times if she regrets marrying me. And now instead of us focusing on and exploring that, she can distract herself totally with our child.
I see. So maybe she's feeling a similar need, like you have that kind of emptiness for a partner with the child.
Yes.
Okay. I wonder what she would think about that. How do you think she would react if you were having this kind of a conversation with her instead of with me?
I tried to talk to her before, but she kind of clams up.
Okay.
Like I said, I think that in a lot of ways, socially, she's very immature and doesn't engage well. The conversation, she kind of stonewalls me and dismisses me.
Well, what else could it be? I mean, it could be immaturity, but what could be behind stonewalling?
Well, she could be flooded. She could be stressed out, and then not wanting to hear anything else I have to say because I overwhelm her.
Okay, how do you overwhelm her?
I just hit her with a barrage of
Your personal style?
yes.
I see. What's her personal style like?
Avoiding.
Avoidance. Okay, so how could you maybe temper your personal style to make it something that would be palatable to her, to increase your chances of getting your message across?
Move to one side of the house and leave her notes.
No, let's see, let's try again.
Okay. I would like to take her out to dinner and do nice little things, but
No, how could she object to that? That sounds lovely.
well, our wallet objects to that.
Okay.
So I'm coming to the hard decision. I don't want to sound like a caveman, but we can't afford this babysitter, and she's going to be angry about that. But I'm just going to have to take charge because she's not going to see that financially we can't afford this. That the babysitter has to go. If she was working, that's one thing, but she's not working. Babysitter has to go. And I don't even know if I'm gonna have a job. I mean, we started laying off people again.
And yeah, that's stressful. Yeah, that makes it harder.
So, and I don't know what else I can do. I should have went to school like my brother did and got a career that's a little more stable, but.
Okay. Tell me about your sleep. Have you been sleeping?
I don't know. I'm sleeping a little. Well, not really.
Did you try that Ambien that we talked about last time?
Yeah, it helps, but I guess I'm sleeping better. Instead of 4 hours, I'm getting about 6 hours. But I wake up
It's a
still
little better.
kind of stressed out, worrying about money.
Okay. Do you wake up? Do you have a hard time falling asleep, or you wake up early in the morning?
Both.
Okay. Are you doing any ruminating, meeting your thoughts that kind of race around your mind?
Yeah. So I'm almost to the point where I don't care anymore. Where
You're overwhelmed. It sounds like.
yeah, I just wanna. If they're gonna take the car, they're gonna take the house. Let them come take it. Maybe it'll solve my problems.
Too many balls in the air, like you were saying before.
Yeah.
Well, it sounds like you do have a lot to work on, but it sounds like you're coming from a good place. You'd like to reconnect with your wife. You want to be the best provider you can be. It's just maybe feeling a little unequal right now that you're shouldering all the burden. And you need to, for a partnership, communicate and share that with your partner. So our time is up for today.
Okay.
All right, but I'd love to see you again next week and hear about how that conversation with your wife goes.
Okay. All right. See you next week.
Thank you.
Mhm.